Hi girlies, it's Vicky. Me love Bono. Anyhow, and what we have to do one video where we pull the items we want to use on a layout and share them with you and our process behind picking these items and how we're going to use them. And then I'll have to go away and come back and do another video response. Darn, that's going to keep me busy for the next day or so. I don't think I can really cook or clean and get this video done. And this video is very important. So that's what I want to tell the husband and the kid. Sorry, guys. I suggest drive-through, please, for you guys, because I'm busy. I can't miss this deadline. So, anyway, that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to share the products that I pulled to use on my layout, and I guess this is called a process video. Okay, so let's get started. This is the picture I'm going to use for my layout for this challenge. On the left-hand side is my son's best friend since he's like 9 years old, and his name is Eric. That's my son's name. So since they had the same name, my son and the other kids in the neighborhood always called this guy by his last name. Now, I won't put his last name out here on the internet, but my grandson is here on the right, and this is from 2009. When my grandson was probably a year old, he was talking. I mean, I don't know where he would have picked that trait up to be such a talker. Do you? Watch it. Anyway, he was quite the talker, and yes, I probably provoked him into being a talker. But he was speaking very clear and using words you just would not imagine that a 1-year-old kid would use. Anyway, we're all sitting around, and he says to him, "Hey, Uncle Goose, come here." And we was like, what? What? Who did he say that to? So he goes over, he gets this guy, he pulls him by his hand, and he's like, "Look, Uncle Goose, look." And so the name Uncle Goose was developed. Now, he always called him Uncle. We told him, this is Uncle, use his last name. But we never said anything about Uncle Goose. Even now that my grandson is 6, we asked him a year or so ago, "Why do you call him Uncle Goose?" Well, we've actually asked that question a million times. And he's like, "I don't know." So anyway, I just thought this picture was so cute. Look how they both have the same expression on their face. They are, to me, what I see when I look at this picture, it's like they are both just so very comfortable with each other. And it's the truth. These two can sit together and play a video game or play guitars or whatever, and they don't have to do a lot of talking. They're just okay with each other. And I'm going to tell you something. My grandson loves his Uncle Goose. So, once I decided, I want to scrap this picture, the next thing that came to mind, and the next part of my process, when it is a picture that has given me a jumping off point, the next part of my process is, okay, you want to use this picture. Like what colors are in this photograph, what's the tone of this picture, meaning, like, if this was, a picture of them at an amusement park or swimming, it would be like exciting, busy, vibrant. But you'll see here, this kind of looks like a lower tone. They're relaxing. They're enjoying each other's company. So I wouldn't want to put a Ferris wheel or a race car on this layout. Uncle Goose does have a red shirt on, so I would like some red in my layout paper and embellishments. They're sitting on the couch, which is like a grayish well, it is gray. It's not grayish. It's gray and then a grayish blue tweed. After looking at this picture, I knew immediately what collection I wanted to use, and that collection is the Sidewalks collection by October Afternoon. Let me tell you why. Look right there. See that duck? I remembered that this chipboard had that duck on there. And look, this collection has reds in it. So I'm not exactly sure at this point how the layout's going to all come together, but what I know for certain, I'm going to use this little duck off the chipboard. I may or may not use that little boy carrying the flag. I'll probably use more stickers from this. And again, for those of you who may be new or just never viewed the Sidewalks collection, there you go. I might use this long sticker with the bubbles. Anyway, there's that. These are things I know I'm going to use for certain. I will use this solid cardstock. It's an ivory color. One part of my layout that I do have completed in my mind lets me know that I will definitely be using this striped paper. Once again, from Sidewalks. Here's some other things that I would really like to use. These little paper clips with ribbon, and of course I'll use the red and white checked. I would love to take this wood craft stick, it's a jumbo craft stick, and stamp something on that. Now, I was thinking to use this where it says "So Special," or I may use this tape measure, and I'll stamp it on that craft stick and put it on my layout. I'm not certain of that, but that is something I'd really, really, really like to do. I would really, really like to use some of these brads from Doodlebug Design Incorporated. Boutique brads. If you've never seen any of these guys, do a search on these. These are the cutest little brads. Now, I would probably use the red hearts or possibly that yellow gold house there or the little blue house. I might even use the trees. So chances are pretty high I'm going to get to use something from these brads. Now, why did I pick these brads? There's a couple of reasons. One reason is I'm dying to use them. I've had them for several months and just never had the need to use them, or I forget about them. But also, if you notice, the colors in this really, really, really match the colors of my main paper collection that I'll be using. See, the blue is in there, the yellow, and the red. I'd really, really like to use these, once again, because they match so well. And you can kind of see how they match? Buttons are always good to use. I will probably use these paper turns. Again, why do I want to use them? I've had them for a decade and I want to get rid of them. Plus, it's an easy go-to match. I know I can work this in somewhere. Looky what I got. I will most definitely probably use these Prima alphabet stickers. And there's a couple of reasons. Number one, because my friend Shelly just sent them to me this week, and I want to use them. And the second reason is, once again, the red really matches the paper, coordinates. Black is always a go-to color. And look at this. Now, Shelly, you know I really do like your Prima alphabets because I bought some myself one time. And there you'll see, look how well the red and green match the collection. Doesn't get any better. Now, I may include some of these following papers. I will definitely include some. I've just not made my decision yet. I may use the back on that. I may use the front. I might use the borders on this. I might use this back. Now, here's something a little different. I might use this from the Miss Caroline collection by My Mind's Eye, and this is actually called Dolled Up. I felt like that kind of matched the gray blue in the couch, and see what I mean? Nicole wants us to use like paper from 2 or 3 different collections, so I might be able to squeeze that in. Nope, not collections, I think manufacturers. So I might squeeze that in somehow. I may use something off of this by Cosmo Cricket, Odds and Ends, as my second manufacturer. See, those little red words would be nice. And again, these would work because the words are not on a solid white background. They're on that ivory color. I may use alphabets off of here, and this is the 100 Days of Summer. This is an oldie, and it's by Simple Stories. I might use that. I might use some alphabets from this Lily Bee Designs. Let me show you in case you've never spotted these before. I mean, look at that. You get 8 different types of fonts on one of those. And again, that's called ABC Stickers by Lily Bee Design, and I've pulled a couple of them. I also pulled these alphabet stickers from Storytellers by Webster's. Again, if you've never seen these before, oh, they're such a great alpha to have in your stash. Okay. I've pulled a couple of other papers from the collection. I'll show you briefly. These are kind of like my second level go-to. And I have to do journaling, so I might use this. Maybe. Because I would rather pull too much than not have enough. Even though I can always get up and go in the other room and, you know, pick up something I didn't pull initially. I did go on and I pulled this from October Afternoon, Fly a Kite. I didn't really have anything in particular in mind here. Maybe the bird, but the colors match so well, I pulled it. I also thought that these die cuts from My Mind's Eye, the sunny side, might work. And I was actually thinking about one of the pinwheels. If I use the pinwheels from that, then I will probably use my pinwheels from these stamps if I use pinwheels. I might use that soda bottle from this sticker page from Five and Dime. Again, if I go the route of pinwheels, I thought I might use those little pinwheels from this PB&J, no, Summer Fresh by Simple Story sticker sheet. I thought if I needed just a little journaling box, I would use that little yellow golden one right there, or this one from this Cosmo Cricket Upcycle element sheet. I may use this little red sticker from this PB&J sticker sheet from Basic Gray. So you can see, isn't that tree great? I wish I could do a layout to use it. I really liked this Early Years from this die cut sheet from, who is this? Crepe paper. Storyteller line. Okay. I also pulled these brads. And you'll see the reason I pulled this is because the blue matches the blue in my paper collection. And as does these brads. And these are from Seven Gypsies. I pulled a couple of washi and paper tapes because this has red and yellow in it. I pulled these brads by Spare Parts. Well, you can't do a layout and not have some kind of labels, so I pulled these tidbits, but I got a whole bunch of tidbits crammed into this one. And I also pulled those new sheet tags that I just bought that look like speech bubbles. I might just make myself a flag. And if I do, I'll take this little thing off here and use these big toothpicks. A few other things that I pulled. I love to use flare buttons on my layouts. And if I do, I'll probably use, if I use these, it would be this one or that one. And that's 10 pins from Farmhouse, October Afternoon. I might use nothing on here. I don't know why I pulled them. I might use the Hello brand on these Studio G brads from Walmart. I'm sorry, I don't mean to hold these so close to the camera. I thought I might use this little red brad from these basic gray fabric stitched brads. I have a million of these clips, so if I can use them anyway, anyhow, I'd like to. I don't know if that might match. And I also want to get rid of these too, because I'm trying to use up old stuff. So actually, there's a couple of things I could use in here. This one says Monday. No, here's what I thought. I might use we. I might use be. This is not one of my first go-to items, but I pulled it. Oh, another thing I will really want to use is this little wood fence from Michaels. That's something I really want to use. It should have been in the other pile. Of course, I would never use all of these things. No way. You know the layout would weigh 50 pounds. But I did pull some thickers. Just small black ones. I also pulled these green ones. I probably won't use them though because they're too big. And one thing I must get done on this layout is to get those ducks on there, and I have to get the story of how my grandson calls Uncle Goose, and what a surprise it was to us. And getting the picture on there. That's my most important factors I'm setting out to do as I do this layout. And that's something I do as I'm doing a layout. I think about things, and I think about what's most important. You know, is it using an embellishment on there? Is it that I have to get journaling on my layout? I struggle in leaving myself enough room for journaling. All the time I do that. But I think that most layouts I do, I'll do it for a specific reason. Like, oh, I got this brand new picture and it's so cool and I want to use it. So I take that picture and it's my jumping off point. By the time I'm this excited about doing a layout, there's a reason why. And you know what? Guess what? Sometimes I get excited just because it's a challenge like this one. I love the challenges. Anyway, Another thing I will probably put on this page, for sure, is people shapes. I had that in my mind when I started this whole process. These are other things I may or may not use. They're just in case. I pulled this. Now, I will take this picture out of here, and I may possibly paint this frame. But I won't put a picture in there. I might put some pattern paper in there. I might put a flare button in there or some other type of embellishment. But I have 3 of these, so one reason I picked this, it is the same blue that's on my paper collection. It's kind of cute. It could fit in to the ambiance of this paper collection, which is kind of country homey with the, you know, the ducks and the whole October afternoon thing. So it could work. For some of the yellows in my paper, I pulled this, and I pulled that, and this is Lost and Found Brad's Lost and Found 2. Here's more of those little distressed frames. Again, I might paint this, or I might just stick it on there and put a little pattern paper behind it, or Brad, or other embellishment. I pulled these because I really want to use them. They're new, and I want to use them. Not so sure that they'll work. I pulled this stamp set because clocks are always good. I pulled Allie Edwards or Technique Tuesday clear stamps. This is the Give Me the Average Ordinary Day, and I think that's just always nice for this type of layout, because they're just sitting around, you know, nothing special's going on, but it's a special day. And last but not least, I pulled this stamp set, and I thought I'd put Celebrate Being a Boy, or Celebrate Childhood. I guess what is next is I get to put the layout together, and I'll get this up and then be back with the layout. Or will I hold on to this and put this and the layout up at the same time? I don't know. I guess I better run along because I have a decision to make. Oh, look, here, guys. Here's part of my process too, is note-taking. It's something that I do because I don't have a craft room per se. I scrapbook in my family room in front of the TV on my poor old coffee table that looks like it has been to hell and back. But this is where I scrap. Even if I had a crafty room, I bet you 80% of the time I'd probably scrap right here, because I like to stay in the vibe or the middle of the house. I don't know. I'm nosy. I like to see what's going on in my home. I'm afraid if I leave this room for too long or for too often, God only knows what would go on in here. Because I do craft here at my coffee table, I have to go to and from my laundry room to get my supplies. So I tend to take notes of what I will need or the layout. And Rashida asked me if I'd been to art school. That was a low blow, Rashida. She asked me if I'd been to art school because of my drawings here. And you know, there's a young woman, a mommy here on YouTube. Her channel name is Aren't You Glad? And she was making fun of herself because of her sketch. And I told her, I said, you think your sketch is bad? Just wait till you see mine. So, look at this. Oh well, you know what though? It gets the work done. I always take notes. Look, all these notes for one layout and one challenge. I wrote things down on this one, like it says journal, and then I put beside it, Nate loves Goose. Why does he call him Goose? So it reminds me of what I want to journal about. PB&J, tree, sidewalks, geese. As you can see, I've circled sidewalks, geese there, because that's something I knew I wanted to pull for sure. I did not circle PB&J tree because I was like, I don't know, maybe I will. So I just take notes to myself before I go in to pull, and I kind of think about what I might or might not want to use. Then I take this with me. It's like my shopping list when I go in there. My stuff's not sitting out. It's pretty much, tucked away because it's also my laundry room. So if I can forego pulling out all kinds of boxes and drawers and cubbies, I want to do that. So see, by making my shopping list, it keeps my thoughts together. And now I'm getting very scattered because I'm hearing my neighbor next door out there going, rah, rah. You think I'm crazy? You should meet my neighbor. Okay, guys, listen, I'll be back in a flash, and I'm off to do my layout now. Be sure to get over to Scrapology, check out our challenge, and play along with us. Make time to do it. Don't make dinner. Make time to do your layout. Take a tip from me. See you girls later. Thanks so much.